In today's global macro environment, whether it's inflation, continued supply chain disruptions, and/or high interest rates, companies are struggling to keep pace, causing major economic upheaval. Now, to add to the fact, the world is facing a tremendous energy crisis. These challenges are negatively affecting communities and businesses around the globe, and no industry has felt the effects of this crisis more than manufacturing. So, what can companies do to mitigate this crisis and keep their doors open? We'll dive into that next. Please welcome Dominic Wee, CVP of Manufacturing and Mobility at Microsoft, who joins us from Germany, front and center of the energy crisis in Europe. Thank you so much for joining me today, Dominic.
Thanks so much, Jennifer, for having me. I'm very excited to be talking about energy and manufacturing today. And I'm even more excited to have John Sobel with me today here from Sight Machine, as well as Prasad Satyavolu from Accenture. Thanks so much, John and Prasad, for joining us for this conversation today.
Thank you, Dominic.
Thank you for having us.
And great to have everyone joining today for this conversation. So, Dominic, this question's for you. The energy crisis is global, but according to the International Energy Agency's World Energy Outlook 2022 report, Europe is the main theater in which this is all playing out, and manufacturing is center stage. So what are you hearing from customers, and how is Microsoft and our partners responding?
Yes, Jennifer, clearly this is a huge topic for our customers all around the globe, but most of all in EMEA. The mild winter has made things a little bit easier, but energy consumption and energy cost is still on top of mind for everybody. And clearly, sustainability is as important as ever. So we are hearing a lot of customers and partners inquire about this. And, we just recently seen statistics that 25% of chemicals companies in Germany and 16% of automotive companies actually have to cut production because of energy costs. So this is a topic that's very much on top of mind for us.
And wow, that's a big jump there. John, Prasad, from a partner perspective, what conversations are you having with manufacturers struggling with these rising energy costs, whether it be on the factory floor or even in the production plant?
Jennifer, we're noticing a real urgency around energy for obvious reasons. There's the immediate crisis. There's also climate change that is driving investors and lenders to urge boards and leadership teams to really do something about their energy consumption. There's also a focus on data. Everyone appreciates that data is abundant and cheap in manufacturing. For a long time, data was expensive and energy was cheap. And companies are directing a lot of their digital transformation to focus first and foremost on energy consumption. Using data, they're able to make fast, impressive gains in reducing the amount of energy they use in production. This has been a focus of Microsoft, Accenture, Sight Machine, and a number of other partners. And I'm pleased to say we're seeing real progress in weeks, not months, on some of these challenges.
John, just to add to your point, we know that 74% of the total industrial energy consumption is in the manufacturing sector. I want to highlight a couple of key dimensions. In US and Western world, a lot of manufacturing assets are aging. That means the maintenance practices do not keep pace. The equipment, as they age, creates more energy consumption. But the core issue therefore is, how do we elevate the maintenance practices to the AI age? And this is a big challenge for organizations as they fight inflation.
Dominic, Prasad mentioned AI, and Microsoft has quickly established itself as a leader in this chapter of AI. What are you seeing companies do with AI? How are they using it to help with energy?
Yes, thank you for the question, John. Clearly AI is on top of the agenda for Microsoft right now, as it can hardly be missed in the press. The way I look at it is, I think it's similar to any optimization you're doing in manufacturing. You start by getting the data into the cloud and making it usable, but then it's really about how do I drive value from it through energy optimization or otherwise. And this is where AI and machine learning plays a very big role.
How are you helping partners like Sight Machine and Accenture leverage Microsoft technology and our cloud platform to solve our customers' high energy prices?
This is a great point, Jennifer. Thank you for bringing it up. So indeed, I mean, manufacturing is a very complex space, and I don't think any one company can, provide solutions on their own. Where we see our strengths as Microsoft is providing the horizontal technology platform. And then where we partner very closely with companies like Sight Machine and Accenture is bringing the specificity, the deep domain know-how into manufacturing. So Sight Machine specifically has an amazing capability to put together the data, stream and contextualize the data on the production shop floor and make it usable in an energy context. What they've done, for instance, with a global paper and packaging company is to improve quality and reduce energy use. With Accenture, we have an amazing partner in actually bringing the picture together from end to end, also advising companies from the very beginning of the journey when they're trying to understand like where to start and how to start. And so Accenture, for instance, collaborated together with us at Mars very recently, where they built a digital foundation to reduce energy waste, raw materials, and water across their production facilities in the world. So I'm very, very excited to be partnering with both of these great companies. So John and Prasad, it's been really interesting hearing from both of you, and clearly, optimizing energy use and manufacturing is a very, complex task. Can you share what are the main barriers you're seeing in these journeys and how you're helping companies scale out?
That's such a great question. Companies have been working on these challenges for at least a decade, and we're now at a point where the technology really works. And we're seeing, thanks to the leadership of Microsoft and Accenture and others, a method about how to get results. It involves three basic ideas. Outcome, define right away, very concretely, what are we going to fix? And speed. Everybody wants speed. And what the industry has figured out that is starting with data first, get the data in shape, then you can go fast. Most important, scale. Once you get a win and you get advocates, how do you diffuse this across the entire firm or the supply chain? That's a people challenge. I think Prasad will probably have some good things to say about that. It involves things that are true whenever you're bringing change, picking good leaders, getting wins, supporting experimentation and learning, and thinking about it as an organizational exercise.
And John, very well said. I would say the three most important challenges that organizations are facing is the crisis of alignment. How do you align the entire organization to rally behind this challenge on energy crisis, energy consumption costs? And then how do you take the people along on that journey, as you mentioned? The second part I would say is the data part. Getting the data story right, data contextualization right has always been a challenge with technical legacy debt. Thanks to Sight Machine's work with Microsoft, we are seeing that problem being overcome very, very rapidly. So we are very encouraged. And the third challenge is breaking down the silos between IT and OT. We have seen that multiple times, but that architectural convergence of IT and OT systems is beginning to happen. And those are necessary conditions for scaling.
And as we begin to wrap, Dominic, where can partners learn more about the energy cost optimization process?
So first of all, we just posted an article on that topic on my LinkedIn page. Please go check it out and follow me on LinkedIn. And then secondly, Hannover Messe is just in a couple of days on April 17th to 21st. We'll have a display on energy cost optimization in our booth. I'm very much looking forward to joining Hannover Messe, and I'm hoping to meet many of you there very soon.
Excellent. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Be sure to register if you haven't done so already. Thank you all so much for your time today. And as always, thank you to all of you for tuning in to another episode of the MPI Vodcast. I'm Jennifer Zarate.